Hi, this is Roger. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for all your suggestions, many of which sound pretty good. The most radical, which I am thinking about, I must admit, is to take the wheels off and put the wheels on here and turn the whole thing upside down. Think about it. I would then have a very low shelf, literally at ground level virtually, apart from the height of the feet. So the lower shelf orchids would be practically on the ground, and then the upper shelf would be lower, yeah? So it wouldn't be quite so exposed to wind, and the legs would stick up in the air, which could then have some sort of wire structure or something at the height of the pots to stop them falling over or blowing over. The only problem is that I haven't got that many pots and I can't put the pots close together because of the leaves of the plants. But I quite like the idea. That's inventive. That's thinking outside the box. That's what it's all about. Putting these pots in bigger pots and fixing the bigger pots to the staging, that's also quite a good idea, except for the fact, where am I going to get the pots from? Where am I going to get pots bigger than these pots, especially the tall thin pots that will actually do the job? Standing these in clay pots, these are incredibly top heavy plants. Just look at the growth on the top of the pots. So maybe not. Anyway, what I've done is what I originally thought of, which is wire them to the staging. I've tried to pick a path through the middle of the plant so that it's not cutting in. These are good, well fixed. They're not going anywhere. This one I had to put 2 wires on. Yeah, so they're not going anywhere. So I'm happy with what I've done. Oops. Break your neck, why don't you? That's all I need. Break a leg. I've just had a phone call. I've now got another appointment tomorrow morning in the local one, so I can walk around the corner, and it's for another ECG. There's obviously some urgency going on here, which is worrying, but it's also good that they're following up. And I think what this is, the medications that I've been given have an almost immediate effect. So by having another ECG tomorrow, they'll be checking the effect of the medication, yeah? And while I'm there, I've got to ask for a phone call consultancy from a doctor after the ECG. Doing their job for them now. Anyway, things are in progress, things are moving. This is good stuff. I doubt if they will have had the blood tests back by then, so this is just, I believe this is just to check that the medication has at least calmed things down, which is obviously quite important. So we'll see how we go. Anyway, that's what I've done with the Cymbidiums, and they might get their first dose of evening sun today, if we get any. It's been cloudy all day today, so maybe not today. We shall see. Anyway, I haven't wired the lower ones on. They're not as top heavy, and they're much lower down. When this staging was out in the middle of the garden, I had bonsai trees on this lower shelf, and they never, well, one actually blew over once, and that was in a named storm. So at the moment I'm okay that these are not wired on. If I get any trouble, then obviously I'll deal with it. So there we go. Thanks for your offers. I suspect by the time I post this video I will have had more ideas come through that I haven't mentioned, so sorry about that. Anyway, I've done what I initially thought of. Yes, it means I can't pick the pots up to check if they're light and need watering. I'm just going to go on the fact that I'd be using my judgment. I've never picked these pots up to see if they need watering in the grow room. I've always just gone by the length of time and the sort of temperatures I've had, you know, so I'll be doing a similar thing with that. Right, there we go. See you next time.